providing resources and comfort to caregivers. This is Caregiver Crossing.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Caregiver Crossing, and thanks for being here with us. Happy day. It's a good day to be alive.
Sure it is.
Yeah. That's the voice, if you don't already know it, that's the voice of Terry Lynn Stacy.
Hello.
Aw, Terry.
I'm looking outside of your Joy's House studios where we record this show or tape this show or talk to you from this room. And outside, everything is in bloom, despite all the horrible weather we've had. Everything is in bloom.
It is.
It's beautiful. Look at the tree behind us.
I hope everybody...
all full of the white flowers.
Well, I mean...
Well,
I
this
hope
side of
everybody
it
brought their flowers in these last few days. But that's a different therapy session.
I know it, but they're
so,
hardy.
Hey, no matter if your flowers are in
purple
bloom or
tree.
not, okay, squirrel. There actually might be a squirrel.
Beautiful purple tree. You should probably shut the curtains.
That's Terry Stacy. I am Tina McIntosh. We are in studio with our wonderful producer, Noah Taylor.
Hello.
Hi, Noah.
What Noah's not telling you is behind the curtain. The reason he doesn't want to touch it, Terry, is because there is a very creepy doll.
Somebody played a prank on me and hid a doll here in our recording studio. I'm not going to name names, but it was Tina.
So this doll showed up at Joy's house in the basement years ago. I think somebody had donated it. There are actually two of them. The other one is scarier. This one comes to about maybe up to your hips.
It's pretty tall.
Yeah, she's tall. She looks like she cut her own bangs at the age of 4. And they never grew back. And she just travels around the office and ends up in places that really scare you, particularly if you're alone in this 120-year-old farmhouse at night.
Oh, I'll bet.
Yeah.
You know, the history behind this 120-year-old farmhouse is pretty cool. I mean, this has been a lot of things, including a farm, truly. And then it was a daycare for kids.
Bright Beginnings, I think, was the name of it.
Was it?
Yeah, it had a big... So for those of you who don't know, in Broad Ripple, it was a White House across from the old MCL and had a very large sunshine on the side on the chimney. Do you remember the sunshine?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
A sunshine on the chimney that the daycare had?
Yeah, we kind of felt bad when we painted over it in the beginning because we just erased all the sunshine. But we brought all the joy.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, this is actually, we're just a few days out from National Healthcare Decisions Day, which ties in really well with everything we do here at Joy's House. And excuse me, for those of you who don't know, it's a time that's dedicated to educating and empowering people when you want to express your wishes regarding healthcare. And I think so many of us don't have the conversations. And then many of us do, but we don't get anything written down and we wait for this crisis to happen. And what we're really hoping with National Healthcare Decisions Day is that you will make your voice heard and your wishes and your wants ahead of time, before the crisis happens.
Being proactive about it, not waiting for the disaster.
Why do we do that?
I don't know. Well, I think part of it is we're just scared to think about the bad things that could happen.
Yeah.
So we try to push them away a little bit.
We kind of do. We really do. We are people... we are people that just say, "Oh, I'll do that tomorrow."
So I had
just do. I'll do it tomorrow.
I had a conversation with some folks in Ireland who are doing some things around caregiving just a week or so ago, and they were really just brilliant to talk with. And one of them, what do they call each other when they say mate? Do they say mate in Ireland?
I don't know. They do that in Australia. That's Australian, I think.
Yeah,
also.
somebody called me something. It's a very Irish term, and I can't think right now. But I just felt really loved on that phone call. But talking about caregivers, and we were talking about end-of-life issues, and I was expressing how we in the States aren't very good at talking about death and dying issues. We talk about it a lot here in Caregiver Crossing. And they said in the Republic of Ireland, they talk about it a lot. One of the people on the call said, maybe too much. And I said, yeah, but in my mind, I'm being very stereotypical. It's you're cheersing your beers talking about death and dying. And he was like, pretty much nailed it.
Yeah.
So, our culture needs to be better. But if you do this advanced care planning and have these conversations, I promise you, we promise you, it will just reduce the stress. And it will ensure that those medical decisions reflect your values and your desires. Because the reality is, without getting them written down in the right way, what you want might not be what you get. Fair?
Fair.
So what are some things, Noah, that caregivers should know?
Well, I think the most important part is really it's never too early to start talking about these things. I mean, whether you're 28 or 88, thinking through your wishes, it helps you, helps your family, helps your loved ones. Really starting to think about those things at an earlier age.
Let me ask you though. Okay, so how do you get to that conversation? You know, when do you do it? Do you guys all schedule a meeting and say, look, we're just going to have a family talk and do that? Or do you just bring it up at the dinner table? How do you bring
I'm
that
going to
into
schedule a
the
meeting with my
conversation?
kids. Literally, I'm
Okay.
just going to do it. I'm going to make a note. I'll come back and talk with you about it.
Yeah.
Noah,
think that
have you
sounds-
expressed your wishes?
Oh, geez.
Are we practicing what we preach here?
I think I have it maybe in sort of an indirect way, but nothing too specific or actionable that I should probably be writing down, actually getting these things prepared. I mean, I've talked
As
to
you get older, and I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but as you get older, do you think that those wishes that you have today would be much different than they might be 10 years from now?
That's a really good question. I mean, I'm sure... I'm going to say no. I think...
What if a great song comes along 10 years from now, and instead you had something like, We've Only Just Begun from the Carpenters?
I don't remember
And
how
then
that song
10
goes,
years
Terry.
ago-
Would you sing that to us a little bit?
We've only just begun.
Birds in the background. It's coming back to me.
Live.
Carpenters.
It's actually a wedding song.
What?
But I just
Beautiful.
picked that out because I love that song. But
do
let's say
too.
you love that song now, and 10 years from now, that might change for you.
Yeah, but I feel
Song
like
that
we're
you
not...
want played at your funeral.
But that's easy. Like you keep that in a place like our care kits or, the documents you can find on Caregiver Way, which is our platform.
Yeah.
But I think what we're talking about here are the medical decisions, right? So
not what you
life
want at your
support.
funeral.
We know, that's important too. Yes, that is important too.
Of the conversation.
You
another
can
part.
change that on a written piece of paper anywhere at
We're
any
talking
time.
about health issues, real health issues or
Yeah.
crises that come about.
Like this is
in
like your
wishes.
advance directive and your living will, your health care power of attorney, the POLST form, which is the physician orders for life-sustaining treatment. It's the bright pink
it's
form
so
you've
much.
probably seen. But
It's a lot.
those things might change, but don't always change, So, all right, listen.
I like that a lot, Tina. That was a really good way to put it. Let's not skip past that. That was very smart.
Would you like Terry to sing us out on this segment?
Yeah, yes, please.
We do
We've
need
only
to.
just begun. I'll do it lightly.
I like it. All right, we are going to take a break. We hope you'll stick around. We have lots to talk about. Forest bathing, 2 words that go together but stir up all kinds of images. We're going to tell you more about that when we come back here on Caregiver Crossing. I forgot you were humming. Here in just a moment. We do have to take a break. Stick around.
You can find past episodes of the show at caregivercrossingradio.org and be sure to like and follow us on Facebook. If you'd like to connect with us to discuss show topics, need help connecting with resources, have a question that you'd like for us to answer on there, or just want to say hey, you can reach us at 317-254-0828, or you can email Tina at joycehouse.org. You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you weekly by Joyce House in partnership with Cardon Associates. We are every week to bring you support, education, and hopefully a good laugh. Visit joycehouse.org to connect with us, hear past episodes, learn more about caregiver support resources in the community, and much, much more. All right, please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after the break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Caregiver Crossing. I'm Terry Stacy. I'm called a host. Next to me is
Tina McIntosh. I'm called a lot of things. Next to me is
I'm Noah Taylor. I'm called Noah
Bob.
Taylor.
I'm called Bob.
And you know what? Sitting in studio with us, she may not want to talk. Do you want to talk to us?
Maybe.
We kind of threw her
Jury's
in here
still
today. Yeah.
She's the newest member of Joyce House.
Yes.
I think she's the newest, right? The newest. She's just been here
Yes.
3 years. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm calling you she.
3
you
years.
are.
I am she. I am Rachel Anderson Morris.
too. She's hanging out with us, just kind of watching how
Just
things
hanging
are
out.
going. And it's nice to meet you. Look,
So
she's
nice to
bright
meet you
red.
too.
You, I didn't know you could look that red.
You embarrassed her.
I sure didn't
Poor
mean
Rachel.
to. I just wanted to hear her pretty voice. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady.
She's beautiful.
Oh, you know what we're going to talk about right now? And it's something that everybody's doing, right? Everybody. I mean, people from every place
Are you
are
sure?
forest bathing.
Are we talking about the same thing? Because
And forest bathing.
I don't know that everybody's doing it.
Everybody's
I feel like no. Listen,
talking
if
about
I'm
it.
listening to the show, I'm like, I'm missing out. I am not anybody because I'm not
Well,
forest bathing.
it's okay that you're not a part of it yet, but once you hear about forest bathing, you will become a member.
What? Because who
it's
doesn't
free.
want to be naked taking a bath in the middle of trees?
You're
Isn't
gonna
that
love
what it is?
It's what everybody's doing.
I
Kidding.
think it's pretty close to that.
It's not everybody. It's not.
It's what a lot of people are doing.
Do you
You've
really know
done
what it is?
You've done it.
Don't point at me. I have.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did, didn't I?
I'm kidding. You can. I don't care. I just grabbed your hand. Do
Forest
you know what it
bathing.
is for real?
Well, it is experiencing nature.
Yeah. So here's the reason we're talking
in
about
nature.
it on this show. Because as caregivers, our time is precious, right? I mean, y'all have heard me say one of my favorite things to do is take a nap in my car. And I'm not kidding.
It's one of my favorite places.
Nobody knows where I am. I mean, that's not true. They can life 360 me, but they leave me alone. I just take a little 20-minute nap and then I can get back on with my day. Forest bathing is another one of those ways to escape. And so I would suggest that you tune in here, learn what it is, and then decide if it's for you. It sounds a little woo-woo-y, it's a little hippy-dippy. I mean, I speak that language, so I'm in.
Me too.
Entirely.
Me
All right.
too.
Who wants to share what it is?
I'd love to share. So, forest bathing originated actually in Japan in the 1980s as forest bathing, or taking in the forest atmosphere. Really, this just involves in being in nature, fully present, undivided attention, and using all five senses. Now, this is really not about exercise. It's not about running through the woods. It's not about
You're not licking trees.
right.
Well, now, hold up. And there are lots of ways to do it. So I have done it with a guide, and I did
Licked a
not
tree?
I did not lick a tree, but what the guide had us do was go talk to a tree. So let me just get that out of the way, and then we'll talk about the normal stuff about it, okay?
Absolutely.
So you were supposed to go pick a tree and introduce yourself and tell the tree about your family. And I went up to the tree and I was like, well, this is weird. I'm not going to talk to you. You're a tree, but I'm Tina. And then I introduced myself to the tree, and it was odd. That part was odd.
Trees understand you. You may not believe that, but there is research that trees, plants, all thrive if they're talked to.
Why do you think that plant's doing so well in here?
It gets a
Right.
lot of talking. Let me tell you, this
Really
plant is
something.
probably watered once a month, and
There's a plant in the
it
corner of the
grows
studio,
wildly.
and it's happy. Well,
And I know a lot of you are thinking, man, you all are weird. But I think there's something to it.
Well, so the other parts of when I did it were wonderful, and it was about using your senses, like you said, Noah. So the guide said to us, okay, I think there were like 12 of us in the group. I want you to go out by yourself for 15 minutes. We're all going to meet back at this point, and you're going to go out and you are going to find 10 things that have movement. And so I went out. And of course, I noticed the tree, the leaves blowing in the wind. I noticed there were some tall grasses off to the side. But then it got I started getting in tune. And it was like the bee that was buzzing around the flowers. And it was the ants that were coming out of the ground. It was like when I sat still and looked up, it was the clouds that were moving. I mean, and I take that. I had my nephew was in town last week. He's 12. And then I have a 5-year-old niece. And we were taking a walk. And we were out by a creek somewhere. And I will say there are places to find nature within the city. We were kind of talking about this before we came back here on the break. You just have to know where to look for them, right? But I went left on a path instead of right, and it took us down by a creek. It was lovely, and we could hear all the things. We could hear the movement of the trees. And my nephew was talking about how sometimes he gets so angry and he doesn't know what to do with his anger. And so I did the whole, all right, let's do 5 things that you see. And so we named 5 things that we could see right there. 4 things that you hear. 3 things that you feel. It was the grass under our feet. He was carrying a water bottle that he could feel. It was holding each other's hands. 2 things that you smell and 1 thing that you taste. And that's a really good therapeutic approach that you can use whether you're in the forest or you're having a little bit of road rage or you're frustrated with your loved one that you're caring for. Just stop yourself for a minute and kind of get grounded. And I would recommend kick your shoes off if you can. There's something about truly like a groundedness, right, to having your bare feet. But step out in the sun or just go in another room, take a deep breath and go through the 5 senses. And it doesn't matter what order you do them in. 5 things that you taste might be a little bit harder.
That could be hard, yeah.
But have you done that before?
I have done something like that. Maybe not specifically in nature, but I do like that. I mean, sometimes I'm like maybe feeling a little overwhelmed or anxious, and it's good to just take a moment and, respect your surroundings a little bit.
Yeah. For me, I've had anxiety my entire life. I mean, 4th grade, I was hospitalized at Riley Hospital for a month because they didn't know what anxiety disorder was. They called it school phobia. Like I was afraid of school. I wasn't. I just didn't go to school because I had anxiety disorder. But I wish I had known that very simple technique. How to breathe properly and then the 5 senses.
Yeah.
So
I think, and I think into this younger generation, and I'm not calling out the whole generation, but this generation, I think, is missing, this younger generation, missing some of that, a little bit of that outdoor time and experiencing things like going out and flying a kite and stuff like that. Just going outside as much. And it shows, it really shows on their mental health, on we look at the obesity rates, a lot of this stuff, just getting out in nature, it's just been so proven to be such a good thing physically and mentally.
I mean, listen, D3 levels are low on a lot of people. That's what we get from the sun.
Right, your vitamin D, right?
So I agree. I love those days when I'm working from home, because I do it more at home than I do here. It's easier. When I'm working from home and I need a break and I go outside, just sit and I feel the heat, of the sun on my skin and just listen and then get back at it.
That's it.
And I think for you, listeners, like as caregivers, do that. Try that. I mean, there are benefits to just taking those moments, whether it's forest bathing or something else, but it can calm you. It doesn't ask for anything in return.
Right.
Right?
It really does not.
And it reminds you that you're a part of something much larger in this world. So that's our challenge for you this week is get out into nature, whether it's forest bathing or something else. Now, if you think this is a woo-woo-y conversation, stick around because the next segment it's going to get even weirder.
Oh, no.
Like if you thought you hadn't judged us yet, stick around after this break and I promise you it is coming. So, Terry, can you promise you'll go out in nature this week?
Oh, yeah. That's easy for me, though. That's big in my life. Truly.
I'm going to promise that, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a hike.
Absolutely.
Take a
hike. Or bring some of the nature in. Potted plants and things like that for your offices or for your room can do wonders. Truly.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you as a service of Joyce House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. With locations in Broad Ripple and near the University of Indianapolis campus, Joyce House provides exceptional day services for individuals living with a life-altering diagnosis and compassionate support for family caregivers throughout the community. At Joyce House, we believe that everyone deserves to live their best life, regardless of their abilities. Learn more about our adult day and caregiver support services by calling us at 317-254-0828 or by visiting joycehouse.org. All right, stick around. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after the break.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to this show we call Caregiver Crossing. Terry Stacy here along with...
I'm Tina McIntosh.
And...
I am Noah Taylor.
We're glad you're all here, too. Thank you for joining us. On Caregiver Crossing, wherever you are, we're going to talk about something that we like to call Tina's homesteading experience.
That's so weird.
I love that name.
And that's the title of this segment is Tina's homesteading experience. And ladies and gentlemen, here's Tina.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, here's the deal. I'm not a professional, my
Professional homesteader.
friends. Anything. I'm just not a professional.
But you wanted to try homesteading? Or did you get into a class?
So let's back up just a little bit. It always has interested me, the idea of
Little
our
House on the Prairie.
Well, yes, and our ancestors and how they did things and how we've gotten so far away from like what, for me, very spiritual place, like what God provided for us, herbs and plants and oils and streams and, force bathing and things like we just
No
talked about last
preservatives.
segment. And then I ended up with my cancers and my husband ended up with his and we've all these health issues. And so we joke about it a lot here on the show, or used to at least. Like then we had chickens and then we started the gardening and then so kind of fast forward to this point, my husband Jeff and I have always looked at through our church, we wanted to do some kind of a small group together. And our church does these things called outposts. And my husband, if any of you know him, know he's a big Southern Indiana guy, right? So he's like, we should teach the kids how to work on the cars.
How to grow trees.
And I was like, that's dumb. Like, I don't want to do that, but I want to do something together.
He's going to love how you imitate his voice.
All right. So in fairness, normally when I mock him, it's slower and deeper. And he's like, oh yeah, because I'm just big and dumb. But when he mocks me, it's like, he's like, me, 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 me. And I'm like, yeah, that's my voice.
That's right. Yeah.
So
it's fair then.
Turnabout. It's fair play. So all of a sudden one day we're at church. And long story made short, we're talking with this guy, Andy, and we're like, we want to do a group, but I don't know what we're going to do. And he starts talking about his life, and we're like, let's do a homesteading group. And next thing I know, here we go with it. So we had our first one last month. It was all about herbs and oils.
Okay.
You guys, herbs and oils are so good for us. Do you use any? It's okay to say no.
I do. I use a little bit of essential oils.
Okay.
Some of those things.
Do you use it for medicinal purposes externally? Do you ingest? Do you do it
Externally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You?
I use a lot of different, I've tried lots of things because I became interested in this years ago.
Yeah.
To date, what I have really stuck with are things like make sure I'm taking turmeric, some of those type of things that have been said, not FDA approved, but said to help with inflammation and those type of things. And then I also, you know what, I use a little bit of hemp and CBD on my neck.
I do too.
Oils and under the tongue, used to do under the tongue.
Yep.
But then for neck, and for me it works. And completely legal. I'm using legal stuff.
Yes.
But some people don't give those kind of things enough credit. And we've talked about this for years, Tina, you and I, about
I guess
all this
here's
stuff.
a disclaimer, though, we should say before we talk
Absolutely.
further. Do not use any of this stuff for medicinal or even recreational.
No.
And I'm not just talking about the hemp stuff. I'm talking about, I don't care if it's peppermint oil,
Right.
without informing your primary care physician.
That's right.
And probably your pharmacist needs to know too.
Yeah, because they can interact. They can truly interact. For sure. With a lot of different medications. So always be sure.
And there are other
that
things
you're
too,
checking.
like we've talked about the turmeric. For me, if I take too much turmeric, then I get bruises everywhere.
Yes, you do.
It thins my blood too much.
Yeah.
So there are lots of those things too. But for instance, I had broken out with a rash on my cheek at random last week. And I was like, I have this aloe vera plant. I cut open my aloe vera, which by the way, I'm learning aloe vera plants, you have to drain the yellow part. So it's like the outside skin, and then there's some yellow, I'm going to say a word nobody likes, mucus. And then there's the aloe vera gel, like inside. So you cut it open, you use the gel inside. I slapped it on my cheek. Rash was gone by the afternoon.
It's amazing. And these are remedies, some of them as old as time.
Oh my gosh, why don't we
frankincense
do more?
and things.
Frankincense.
Absolutely. Some of these things are as old as time. And, just there are alternatives, I know, for some people, but I am willing to try things.
Me too. And placement of it, like your essential oils, Noah, pay attention to your feet. Think about it. All of the nerves end right in your extremities. So on your feet, there are places that, like on your right foot, that'll help your lungs or will help your heart.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So put your oils there.
That's so interesting you bring up the feet thing, too, because during our Joyce House staff retreat last year, we got to do some meditation, and I can't remember the woman's name, but she gave me this really cool technique about like wiggling your toes in your shoes.
I'm doing it right now.
Just like I don't
Wonder
know
what that was for.
I don't know. It's supposed to release stress from your body.
Oh,
and
okay.
You're focusing on like something else. I don't know. So if you're ever feeling a little bit stressed sometimes, try wiggling your toes a lot.
Yeah.
It sounds really weird,
For
but
menopause, if I may, I just heard this one the other day. A way to cool your body down immediately is to roll your tongue and breathe in and out.
I can't roll my tongue.
Your tongue filters in cooler air and you become cooler instantly.
Why didn't you tell
This
me
is what
that
you're
like
doing.
8 years ago?
You can feel the air is colder on your tongue.
I wish I could roll my tongue. You don't mean like, brrr, you mean like literally curl it up. Can you do
What
that?
are we supposed to be talking about in this
I
segment?
don't know. Homesteading. So here's what else I can tell you. So we're doing this group. We're doing all kinds of things. It's like plants is food.
I think it's cool.
It's hunting and fishing. So if I were to go out fishing, didn't have anything, what can I use? I mean, like it's
Kind of
crazy.
survivory.
Well, it is. But in the Christian world, people don't always like you to say survival.
No.
I don't care. I mean,
But I mean, it kind of is.
if there's
But
a
what if you
zombie
didn't-
apocalypse, I'm probably going to try to survive. It's my instinct to survive, right? But yeah, it is. The next one we're doing is how to start a fire.
Oh, I wish I knew. I've seen all the techniques, but
It's so
I don't know
cool.
that I could do it.
not without a lighter.
Not without
You
a...
can, and fire starters, you can start gathering stuff at home to make your fire starters. So like lint out of your dryer and put it in an empty toilet paper roll and like cut it into 3 sections. It's a fire starter.
Wow.
I'm telling you, there's good stuff.
It's interesting. It's just very interesting.
It's
too.
fun.
I
It's
wish you would
fun.
share a homesteading tip every week for us.
About every month.
Are you going to do
Every
some
month.
canning?
We are doing canning. What else? What else would be on that list?
What else
Nobody
would be
nobody
on that
wants to hear
list?
about canning on
I
the
want
radio.
to hear about growing
Fire.
Christmas trees.
Okay, I'm not doing that. Okay,
Okay.
this is not going to go well for us. Anything else you don't want me to
What if
respond
you
to?
needed water and you were out of all of your water? What would you do? How would you purify it?
Well, more than that, yes, there are ways to do that. There are straws, there are tablets you can use. There's all kinds of stuff. It is survivalist. I am a prepper, by the way.
Nothing
I'm
wrong
not
with that.
proud, nor am I ashamed. Go ahead,
got-
Noah, say something.
That is very cool of you.
I can make a shank out of this Sharpie.
I want to be with you when something happens. I do.
Fine, come on over.
That's the.
We're all going to
eat the
Tina's.
goats. We'll eat the goats. We'll go from there. All right. We're going to take a break to remind you, email me better ideas than this one at tina@joyshouse.org. But seriously, email anything you want to hear on the show. The reason, I know we have to take a break, but the reason we want to talk about this stuff is you have hobbies. What are they? You've probably forgotten what they are. Bring them back into your life. For me, it's this weirdo homesteading stuff right now.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you weekly by Joyce House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. We're here every week to bring you support, education, and hopefully a good laugh. Visit joycehouse.org to connect with us, hear past episodes, learn more about caregiver support resources in the community, and much, much more. That website again is caregivercrossingradio.org. All right, stick around. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after the break.
Welcome back to Caregiver Crossing. We're sad that we have to leave you for the week, but we'll be back next week. Never fear. I'm Tina, Terry, Noah, all in the Joy's House studio.
Yep.
On the last segment, we were talking about homesteading, and one of the points in that was you have to do things for yourself, things that bring you joy that maybe are not related to anything else in your life, right? And so I'm going to ask both of you a question, and that is, you have busy lives, you have things that take priorities. What have you set aside in the last, let's say, year? Something you enjoy that you've set aside because you have other priorities, whether it's caring for someone, it's work, anything.
Oh, what you have put actually said, I just don't have time for this. Something
Yeah.
that makes you happy that you haven't done.
Yeah.
Dating my husband.
Oh, now that is a good one.
Yeah.
And you've been
I
married
think
for how
about
many
it more.
years?
This is our 40th year. Wow. In October. So I've been thinking about that a lot, that we've had a lot of ups and downs over the last couple of years. And truly, I started to realize with our schedules and everything that goes on, we haven't had really dates anymore. So yeah, dates.
I love, I think the word vulnerability is overused, but thank you for that.
Well, it's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
It's very, very dangerous, especially in the stage that we're in,
Right.
to just let that go.
right.
somebody I saw the other day, they said, I asked them if they wanted to do something, and they'd been married a long time too. And they said, well, yeah, we'll do that. And they said, we don't have really anything to talk about anymore. So sure. And you do that starts to happen as you, just in life in general, when you've been with somebody for 40 years, you think, ugh.
Well, you run out of things, or let's be honest, the work that you do, you're talking all the time. Yeah. And so I'm sure you go home and it's like, meow.
Yeah, I do.
It could be, playing on love languages. It could be a gift. It could be just quality time. It could be a big hug, right?
Right. I mean, it really could be just watching something together.
Right.
A movie
doesn't
together.
Have to be...
Because, again, in this day and age, we got 50 TVs all around the house.
Yeah, you
I don't
say
really
that.
want to watch golf. So,
Well, I was going to say how many times that my husband will say, like, hey, I'm getting ready to watch blah, blah, blah. You want to watch it with me? And I'll go, actually don't. And I'll just keep walking.
And that is a good thing, that you can be at that comfortable that you're like, no, I'm not going to sit and watch
rude,
it. But
really.
It's really rude. It's just challenging the older you get and the longer you've been married. It really is. There's a lot to be said.
Dating your spouse. I thank you.
I think I have recently started doing it again. But the past year, something I kind of let go of a little is I really, really love collecting vintage Batman toys.
You're the cutest thing I've ever seen.
You are so fun.
I love all the
Wait a minute. Last segment, did you tell me I was weird for the homesteading?
I might have said that. I may have inferred that.
Vintage Batman toys. Go on. I'm here.
I love the trading cards. I love all the action figures. Anything Batman, I'm such a big fan of. But I mean, it's hard to have time to. I mean, you really got to go looking on eBay. You got to go to Goodwill.
Yeah.
It's hard to dedicate the time to doing those things.
You go on scavenger hunts all the time.
Yeah.
You're on a
Used
big
to,
scavenger hunt.
For Batman.
For Batman stuff. We have some great, really, really great nostalgic toy stores here in
We
Indianapolis.
do. We're lucky.
Yeah.
The Toy Pit,
Yeah.
amazing, incredible.
I love
if
that
you want
do
any
that.
kind of vintage toys, shout out the Toy Pit.
Do you do the Batman sound? I'm Batman.
No, I'm not doing that.
I just did it.
I'm Batman.
No, I'm not doing it. Then he did it. Love it. That's great.
Good answers. Thank you. Thank you.
But you didn't answer.
Yeah, what about you, Tina?
I mean, so I guess I'm okay. I go to two places in my brain. One is working out, just simply taking care of this body that's taken such good care of me or tried to kill me a few times. I don't know which way to go with that. The other is I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy painting.
You're very good at it.
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
I mean, you can paint a wall like nobody else.
Now that I can do. I can rock a wall.
But no, you are an artist.
Well, I'm not.
You
but
are.
I took a class at the Art Center in Broad Ripple, and I really enjoyed it. And it was just for me, and nobody needed to care about anything I was doing.
You got to
So,
do it again. You got to do it again.
All right. Before we go, we do want to share with you things that are for you. So people all the time tell you, take care of yourself as a caregiver. And it's like, what in the world does that even mean? And so we can tell you. Go to visit caregiverway.com. Noah will make sure to have a QR code or a link or something on our Facebook page. But go to visit caregiverway.com. We have a code for you. It's a 2-month membership to Caregiver Way, which is our online caregiver platform. And that code is CW, capital C, capital W, lowercase gift. It's our gift to you. CW gift. Visit caregiverway.com. We're going to tell you how to do the things people are always telling you that you should do. And we do want to share with you very quickly a powerful piece that was written by one of our members, Jane Bentley. And we're going to hear about that now from Terry.
If you are a caregiver, again, this is written by Jane Bentley. It's for caregivers whose loved ones are now in full-time care. And Jane writes, if you are a caregiver whose loved one is now in full-time care facility, you may have lots of questions. Now what? What am I supposed to do now that I'm not caring for anyone 24/7? Why do I feel so lost? Why do I want to sleep so much? If that sounds familiar, I could go on, but you get the idea. When you have been a caregiver for someone for so long, it's sometimes hard to find you again. Lots of extra time sounds wonderful and scary all at once. And if you're like I was, You may even feel guilty that you have the freedom to do what you want for a change. It took me a while. After all, I was a caregiver for 10 years. Being able to sleep without always having one eye open or listening for your person sounds good, right? But being able to do that takes time. And really, before you can even consider what you want to do next, you need to learn to relax, breathe, and just be. And in my case, that was progress. No need to figure it all out today. Take your time, be good to yourself, listen to your body and your heart. Give yourself some grace too. You deserve it. And that again was written by Jane Bentley.
Yeah, so we want you to join us in Caregiver Way. Visit caregiverway.com. Put in the free 2-month membership. It is case sensitive, capital C, capital W, gift, CW gift. And there's so much more in there about how to do all the many things that you are told to do. If you want to know more about that, you can go to Facebook. You can always email me at tina@joyshouse.org. We want to help you through this caregiver journey. Right now, we want to show some gratitude, and then we'll see you next week.
Caregiver Crossing is supported by Cardon and Associates. With 20 communities owned, operated, or managed in the Midwest, and more than 40 years of senior living experience, Cardon and Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Until next time, take good care of each other.